That's the have a vaccine
and
in the body.
and then long-term effects also.
Okay. It has been shown scientifically that the messenger RNA that's taken up is taken up into the cells and gives the signal for the cell to start making the antibodies. The actual messenger RNA that's injected into the arm lasts about 10 minutes.
Wow.
It doesn't linger in the body. You come back the next day and you cannot detect it. It's not there. And so are there lingering effects? The answer is no, it's gone. All it does is it turns a switch on inside the mitochondria of the cell to start making a specific antibody. That's it. And that once that switch is turned, the messenger RNA is gone. And so no, there are no lingering effects from the vaccine other than you start making antibodies. That is a lingering effect of it.
And then they've also asked, and you probably semi-answered that, do we have information regarding the long-term effects of the vaccine?
Okay, that's an excellent question. There have been many scientific studies published about the long-term effects of COVID. There have been no identified long-term effects of the vaccine other than the development of the antibody. So if you're worried about long-term effects, don't get COVID, get the vaccine. Because you've got a 30% chance of having long-term effects from COVID and a 0% chance of having long-term effects from the vaccine.
You know, we've seen a number of folks here in the company that they have they can't smell or taste, but more than that, they have a hacking cough that takes months to get rid of. The first vaccines literally started almost a year ago, the first testing of these vaccines, and they have seen nothing. Now it's easy to say, well, what happens in 10 years? Well, we're going to continue to know, but everything that we see points to a minuscule chance that there is something in this that turns us into monkeys. If you're thinking about some movie or whatever, it just isn't going to happen. This will help us all. And there's just too many things. I mean, you know, you go home and you eat a piece of pizza that's in your refrigerator for 4 days. And
can I just, I'll just repeat what Dr. Nielsen said. So this vaccine, it comes in your body attacks it and says, we don't want you here. And like he says, it's gone in 10 minutes. However, your body says, let's not let that in again. And it makes those antibodies so that you don't get that and you don't get COVID, which is what the vaccine is imitating. So there are no long-term effects from the vaccine. We just don't know how long the antibodies last yet. But studies are showing longer and longer every time they do them.
And which we're going to just add to that. When we become ill, our body responds a certain way. And we say, well, they did phase 3 in 40,000 people. That's not enough to know. They have given the vaccine now to millions of people. So we're not looking at a small subset of the population and saying it's okay. We're looking at millions of people who have received the vaccine and say it's okay. Now, will there be some surprise in 10 years? We can look at the vaccine industry that has been going on for decades, many decades, and say that's never been seen. So we have no reason to think that there's going to be some strange effect 10 years from now. Currently, the discussion is how long do the antibodies last? Are they going to last long enough for us to actually get herd immunity and eliminate this virus completely? We know that the antibodies will last at least 6 to 8 months. There have been some reports a little longer. The reason we don't have longer data is because we haven't had the vaccine out long enough to know. But it's good for at least a few months. But we may end up getting a vaccine be vaccinated against COVID every year, just like the flu. We don't know that yet. What we're dealing with is now, here and now. What do we need to do to protect ourselves, our loved ones, the people, the residents that we take care of in the best manner possible? And that's to get vaccinated.